Hey everyone, and welcome to The Listers. Today we're counting down 10 people that survived the impossible. When we feel fear or are in danger, our minds send out chemical signals to our adrenal glands. These glands release adrenaline, helping humans confront danger. These are 10 people that survived the impossible. Number 1. Jason Peed. In 2010 in Colorado, Jason Peed was attempting to follow a shortcut that turned out to not be a shortcut. He ended up getting trapped in deep snow in his SUV for 3 days. Jason stayed hydrated by drinking Mountain Dew and melted snow. Eventually, he realized he needed help and walked 7 miles to where he found another road, where he was then rescued. Number 2. Anna Bagenholm. Anna Bagenholm survived after a skiing accident in 1999 left her trapped under a layer of ice for 80 minutes in freezing water. During this time, she became a victim of extreme hypothermia and her body temperature dropped to 13.7 degrees Celsius, the lowest survived body temperature ever recorded in a human with accidental hypothermia. Bagenholm was able to find an air pocket under the ice, but suffered circulatory arrest after 40 minutes in the water. When rescuers found Bagenholm, only her feet and skis were above the ice. Number 3. Matthew Allen. In 2012, an Australian teen by the name of Matthew Allen ran away from home with no clothes and without telling anyone why. For 9 weeks, search teams looked for Matthew, and then one day, some hikers came across him in the harsh Australian outback. He was so weak, covered in mosquito bites, and gangrene was starting to eat his feet and legs. He survived for 9 weeks without food or water, and during a record-breaking heat wave, experts still have no idea how he survived. Number 4. Truman Duncan. In 2006, Truman Duncan was working for the railroad when one day he fell out in front of a moving train car. He was then swept underneath and cut in two. Duncan lost both of his legs and a kidney, but somehow managed to still call paramedics with his phone. He waited 45 minutes for the ambulance to arrive and survived through 23 surgeries. Number 5. Robert Evans. In 2008, Robert Evans, a homeless man, was involved in a hit-and-run accident. On his way back to his camp from the hospital, he was then hit again, this time by a train, and knocked off the railroad bridge he was walking on into the creek below, surviving his second accident in 7 hours. Side note, railroad bridges are not intended for pedestrian use. Number 6. Aaron Ralston. In 2003, Aaron Ralston was hiking in Blue John Canyon near Moab, Utah, when a boulder fell right on his forearm. His arm was crushed and he was pinned under the boulder. After 5 days of trying to move and break the rock, and filming goodbyes to his family, he decided to amputate his own arm. After he was rescued, his arm was retrieved by park authorities. It was cremated and then given to Aaron. Number 7. Mauro Prospetti. Mauro was attending the 1994 Marathon of the Sands in Morocco. Sometime during the 6-day event, a sandstorm blew in, causing Mauro to lose his way. He ended up running several hundred kilometers in the wrong direction to Algeria. After 3 days, he ran out of food and water and spent 6 more days in the Sahara Desert eating bats and snakes. Finally, he was found by a nomadic family and brought to a hospital. Number 8. Peter Skillberg. On December 19, 2011, Peter drove off the main road onto forest tracks where his vehicle got stuck. He was pulled from the snow-covered car 2 months later in February, effectively surviving in sub-zero temperatures with no food or water. Apparently, he ate nothing but snow. Experts believe the snow covering his vehicle caused an igloo effect, protecting him from the cold, and his body went into hibernation. Number 9. Corporal Matthew Croucher. In Afghanistan in 2008, Matthew tripped on a wire and accidentally triggered a grenade. Thinking quickly and selflessly, he yelled "grenade" and then dove onto the explosion. He landed on the grenade with his bag separating his body from the explosive. The bag absorbed the impact and he was only thrown into the air and landed safely. He suffered a nosebleed and a terrible headache, but saved the lives of himself and his comrades. Number 10. Harrison O'Keene. In 2013, Harrison O'Keene worked as a cook on a ship. One day he went to the bathroom at the same time that his boat was encountering massive waves off the coast of Nigeria. The vessel immediately sank and killed everyone on board except Harrison. For 3 days, Harrison was trapped in a wet, freezing, and dark boat with a dwindling supply of air. Rescuers came to get the bodies and were shocked to find a survivor among the wreckage. Well, that's it for today's list. What do you think? Think you could survive in these situations? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching! Don't forget to like and subscribe for more lists in the future. And we'll see you next time on The Listers. Bye!